If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 87 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. We've played Chelsea twice before in this series, but never in the league. We've had them twice in the Cup and we lost 1-0 at Wembley in the FA Cup semi-final in the second season. And then last year we kind of had our asses handed to us 4-0 in the FA Cup in the round of 16, I think it was, or the round of 32. So I wanted payback, but it's Chelsea. It's not going to be the easiest of games to try and get payback in. We, of course, in the last episode had a very good start to our Barclays Premier League careers. If you missed the last episode, then there will be a link as an annotation in the bottom left-hand side of your screen, or, of course, feel free to check the channel page for it. I won't necessarily give any spoilers away right now as to what the result was, but I probably will later on in the episode. So if you want to check it, then do it now before you watch the rest of this one. But Andre Schürrle is going to cut inside here. Chelsea starting on the front foot, as you might expect. Ramirez, though, his header was really not very good at all, to be completely honest. High and wide from him, but Michael Woods plays the ball free kick into here to Jenkins Chikowee, drops to Ryan Donaldson, who is then going to get tackled, drops to Mehdi Zafane, who gets a turn in and then gets completely wiped out by Ramirez. Definitely going to be a yellow card for the Brazilian here. He's heavily involved in this game so far. The first chance went over the top of the bar at the other end for Chelsea, and then on 34 minutes gets himself a yellow card. He is renowned now, since Mourinho's been at the club, for doing the dirty work in the midfield. I don't personally like the way that Ramirez does the dirty work for Chelsea the past couple of seasons or so, but you can't deny that he isn't effective at doing it. But he gets himself a yellow card there. We're going to have a free kick. Wasn't too sure who to take it with, but I eventually plumped for Ryan Donaldson. We don't have a free kick specialist in the side. Perhaps it's something we could look to improve on. But Thibaut Courtois makes a fantastic one-handed save up towards the top left-hand side of his goal, and unfortunately we have to stay at 0-0. But we're playing the ball about here. I was just trying to keep the ball away from them, to be honest, trying to make sure that I had as much possession as possible, because if I gave away the ball too often, they'd counter on me and definitely, kind of play me off the park. But they can't play me off the park if they're a man down. Literally 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes after he picked up his first yellow card, Ramirez picks up a second for another dirty tackle in the midfield, and Chelsea are down to 10 men. It really wasn't, again, the nicest of challenges. Just late from behind, takes the ankle of Michael Woods, and unfortunately for Chelsea, they're a man down. Anderson Cavani also on a yellow card now as well. Thorgan Hazard playing it across to John Mikel Obi. Good tackle initially from Salah Solomon, but they're going to play it around me again. And this is what I was worrying about when we were playing against Chelsea in this game. That's why I wanted to keep possession away from them, because when they did have it, they were very good with it. Edinson Cavani played through again here, as you can see. Ball over the top to Willian, who's the man over on the far side. Brings it down well, twists and turns before hitting the post and then rebounding away. And somehow Zafane gets away without giving away a penalty there by outmuscling the Brazilian at the back post. And we're actually able to catch him on the counter. That gorgeous rangy lob through ball. Fabian Casadei is in behind. Toe pokes it, but it's wide of the target. A chance to catch him on the counter and go 1-0 up in the 64th minute. But unfortunately, it's a chance that we miss. But we're still on top, as you can see at the minute. Well, not necessarily on top, just trying to keep the ball away from them. Still trying to utilise our possession as best we can. Bennett Gafobe had come onto the pitch, and Jenkins Chikowee stands the ball up for Cassidy here, and that header is very, very close to 1-0 Chelsea, as you saw there, flashing over the top of the bar. But they were going to try and create as much as they possibly could, but again, I was really nervous about them being in possession. You see they've got Sergio Aguero on the pitch now as well, bringing him off the bench. He's in behind here, and I'm not really too sure why he went for the chip shot there. A cheeky, powered left-footed shot towards the near post would have been enough to see them take a 1-0 lead. But again, similar to the chance where Willian hit the post, we're going to try and catch them quickly on a counter-attack. Michael Woods into Fabian Casadei. They had a man over earlier on with Aguero and Willian. Now we've got a man over in Nicolas Spola, and the 18-year-old gives us a 1-0 lead at home against 10-man Chelsea with only 3 minutes to go. Unbelievable scenes here at the Abbey Stadium. For the first time, Cambridge United are leading a game against Chelsea. We unfortunately lost the game 1-0 in the FA Cup to a last-minute goal. We were hoping to avoid a last-minute goal in this game. However, up goes Sergio Aguero, and again, we are denied a decent result against Chelsea by being pegged back in the 94th minute. Really good cross, brilliant header, 3 defenders on him, none of which could get anywhere near the ball, sadly, and we get a 1-1 draw from our home game against Chelsea. Had it been 11 versus 11 for the full game, it really would have been a much, much different scenario in that game, but we were able here to confirm that we have sold Josh Coulson to Portsmouth to try and free up some extra funds. Again, I asked the board if they could give me some more money, but it came up with a same glitch again, saying that we haven't seen enough of you because we're obviously in the first window of the season. What they don't take into account is the fact that we've been playing this particular save for 4 years now. So it's an annoying glitch, but a glitch we'll just have to deal with. So unfortunately, we're still having to use our limited budget to try and bring in as many players as we possibly can. Looking to bring in the centre-back there to replace the outgoing Josh Coulson, also rejecting any further offers for Fabian Cassada because he's now our number 1 striker since Kwesi Appiah left. We are bringing in Lucio Emmanuel Cardoso, and he will be my starting centre-back alongside Paul Downing, who now, with Nicholas Spauller and Jenkins Chikawee, is my highest rated player. I think Chikawee is 76, Nicholas Spauller is 75. So 76 and 75 for Chikawee and Spauller, and they're both 18, I think. And then Paul Downing's in his young early 20s, and he's 74 rated, I believe. But of course, on Monday we'll have a squad report, as it will be a Monday, and we do squad reports on Monday, and we'll be able to see exactly what everyone's ratings are. Maybe they'll even go up between now and then. But of course, as you can see, we're travelling away from home in the second game, this time against tough opposition yet again, a more physical outfit this time. They're not going to try and necessarily play it round us, they're going to try and play it through us. Stoke City are a very physical, very direct side that obviously under Mark Hughes are trying to change that particular approach and change their perception in the English leagues, but still kind of have that perception. Maybe after 2 or 3 years of Mark Hughes being there and trying to play decent football, they'll actually shrug that tag off as being the the rugby side in the BPL. But Cassada skips past a couple of those robust challenges here, and unfortunately Georgiev can't react to the save from Jack Butland, and we aren't able to get it into the back of the net. But as you've been able to see, again, in the opening few stages, we are having a decent spell. We've been very competitive in the opening few games here in the BPL, but as you can see, Stoke are not without their threats as well. Good save by Galese, though. Our new goalkeeper, Pedro, the Peruvian, is in goal for his second game in a row. Unfortunately, not able to keep a clean sheet in his first game against Chelsea, but maybe he'll be able to do the same, or maybe he will be able to do that in this game. But as you can see, we're getting a free kick at the start of the second half. Stevie Sidwell picking up a yellow card. Ryan Donaldson plays it around to Cassada, skips past the challenge, and that is a very, very good goal. The best goal we've scored so far in the Barclays Premier League, without any shadow of doubt. Really, really good finish. We'll see a couple of replays of that for sure, because that was a very good strike. As you'll be actually perfect angle for it here. Skips away from that challenge, rifles it, and it just bends away from the goalkeeper in off the woodwork. Brilliant goal from Fabian Cassada, and obviously trying to step up to the plate now that Kwesi has left us. But obviously he and Kwesi were kind of on a level playing field last year anyway, both scoring around about 25 goals. Jenkins Chikawee goes on a brilliant run. Cassada brings that under his spell awesomely as well by just reaching back and pulling it into his stride, but unfortunately a good save from Jack Butland denies us a second goal. But we're trying to catch them on the counter here. Obviously they're going to try and push men forward to try and get an equaliser. Georgiev is in behind, try and sneak it underneath the goalkeeper, but again Jack Butland makes a very, very good save. He is an extremely good goalkeeper, and probably one that I'd look to replace Galese with once we get a little bit of money, but they come close to a last minute equaliser the same way Chelsea did. Very good header there from Cameron, but unfortunately for him, over the top of the bar. But there was still time for one more chance for either side. Cameron again dinking the ball into Arnautovic, but we pick it off and try and catch them on the counter-attack again, trying to make sure that we can see the game out. Going to square the ball across here with Cassada. Georgiev squeezes it underneath the goalkeeper. It just goes across the line. He wheels away in celebration in front of the Cambridge fans, but then realises he was offside. The chance for a 2-0 victory is denied by the linesman, and there was not much in it. As you can see here, watched by the lines on the pitch, he's half a yard at most offside. It's so close, but we were able to get ourselves a victory. A 1-0 win away from home against Stoke is particularly impressive. So 1-1 draw against Chelsea and a 1-0 win against Stoke see us sit second in the Premier League after 3 games. But that will not last. I am certain that we will finish mid-table this season at best, but we're just having a decent start with all of the new signings we've brought in. But for now, we're going to enjoy where we are in the league and hope that it lasts as long as possible. If you remember a few years ago, Bolton Wanderers actually did what we're doing right now, started the season on fire, and were top of the table in like October and then ended up finishing like 14th or something. I'm hoping that something similar doesn't happen to us this time around. I'd like a top half finish if I can possibly get one, but obviously it's going to be very difficult to do that. But of course, as always, we will try our best with the players that we have at our disposal. But that's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow we'll have transfer deadline day and we'll try and get another deal done or two if we can possibly do so. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.